82% this season. I think your previous high was like 68%.
Yeah.
What have you done to kind of change that?
I think I'm just kicking with a lot of confidence right now. I think everything just kind of came together at the right time when I got here. Obviously not starting the season was pretty disappointing, but once I got my shot, I think I took advantage of it pretty well. And since then, like I said, just been kicking with confidence and trusting my swing and my ability. I mean, there's a reason I'm here, so just believing in myself.
Has this week affected special teams at all, or not really, or is it really just?
Honestly, no. I mean, I think the message stays the same throughout the whole program. Like, obviously, there's a staff change, but the process is still the same. We still have a ball game to prepare for this Saturday, and we're approaching it the exact same way.
Coach Franklin talks a lot about preparing like you're the starter. You mentioned not being the starter to start the season. How does that affect you mentally when you're trying to stay locked in and focused and fight for a spot?
Yeah, I mean, obviously it was really tough. I came here for a reason, that was to play, get on the field. So that West Virginia game was the only football game I've ever played where I wasn't the starter. So that was pretty disappointing. But like I said, once I got my shot, I took advantage of it, and a big part of that was because I prepared like I was a starter. I knew if I was going to get a shot that season, I was going to take advantage of it and make the most of it, and that's exactly what I did.
Coach just talked about the fact that special teams has improved so much from a whole. Why do you guys attribute that? Is that different messaging or just kind of got the right rhythm?
Yeah, I just think, obviously, like me and Tyler and Riley, and obviously Gabe's been here, and Gabe obviously has a huge leg. He's been doing a great job on kickoffs, but specifically with Tyler and Riley and I, this is all of our first years playing here. Obviously, it takes a little bit of adjustment. We were a little bit up and down the first few weeks, but I think around week 4, week 5, we all kind of hit our groove, and we've just been rolling ever since. So,
James said he wants each positional coach, like Stacey Collins, to be the head coach of special teams, and he oversees everything, obviously. How much do you work with James, and how much do you work with Stacey? Like, what's their involvement?
Yeah, I mean, I think his assessment's probably right. Coach Collins is kind of the head coach of the unit, just like the other coordinators are. I'm really close to Coach Collins, obviously. Being the special teams coordinator, you have to be pretty hands-on with the specialists. He's the guy that recruited me here. I have a great relationship with him, and he's a really, really good coach to be a kicker for.
Alex, I don't want to downplay Columbia, but you got to spend your final season eligibility in a very different type of football atmosphere. What's this been like, and how special has it been for you as a player who probably didn't know if you'd ever get to this level?
Yeah, it's been awesome, honestly. I appreciate the question. I think I've said this in past interviews, but I only started playing football really when I was a freshman in high school, but I've loved football ever since I was a little kid. Like, I used to get up early in the morning, Saturday mornings with my dad, and watch every game on TV. And I used to think like guys on the TV were superheroes, and it's pretty cool to be one of those guys in uniform on the field, especially at a place like this. Like you said, I kind of went from minimal crowd to maximum crowd, basically, and maximum atmosphere, and getting to enjoy that part. So obviously playing well helps. If I wasn't playing well, it probably wouldn't be so fun. But it's been really great, and I've been grateful for every second of it.
With that new environment, how excited does that make you for the senior night this week?
Yeah, it's going to be fun. Honestly, the thing I'm most excited about is my 3 best friends from high school are coming up to visit for it. I mean, those guys are my brothers, so it's going to be cool to see me in a place like this. I mean, they came to a game when I was at Columbia. They thought that was cool, so I'm kind of excited to see their reaction to this.
Alex, when you think about when you entered the portal last year and what you were looking for to now, have you gotten everything you've wanted out of this experience?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, my goal going into the portal was to play for a national championship contender, and obviously the season hasn't gone as well as we hoped, but I think Penn State is one of those programs, and just in terms of atmosphere, like the previous question, and just a really, really great coaching staff to play for as a kicker, everything just kind of came together, and I'm really appreciative for the opportunity I got here.
What is the culture here? I mean, you jump into it from a different college program, so maybe you can speak to this more than others. Like, why is this different than other programs?
Yeah, I think obviously the standard's higher. I mean, like, it's no secret, the Big Ten is a higher quality level of football than the Ivy League. I mean, Ivy League teams take it just as seriously as we do here, but the standard is higher, the players are better, the coaching is a higher level, they're more hands-on, more harder. I think that's part of the reason you've seen my stats increase, is that I got put in a lot of pressure situations right off the bat when I got here, including spring ball. So that first game against West Virginia was not my first time kind of being wide-eyed and being like, oh boy, here we go. I think the coaches did a great job of preparing me for that moment.
Never say never, I suppose, but what's the relationship with either not having the opportunity to kick a game-winning kick or hoping that you get one? Where does that fall?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's obviously a little inherently scary, but I think that is the thing that every kicker hopes and dreams of. There's been a couple games this year where I thought I was going to get it, and I was definitely ready for it. I mean, what better way to win a game than to be the guy that kicks a game-winning field goal, right?
The whole special teams room from where you guys started out this year to where you are now, can a room sense the sort of like progression that it's making? And is there like an inherent kinetic energy that goes through a room when things are getting better on a weekly basis?
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, we've actively talked about how much better we've gotten over the season. That's been a focus for us, and a focus for us as well has been keeping that going. Like I said, like week 4, week 5, all 4 of us kind of hit our groove and we got going. I think after that we were like, all right, we're playing to the level that we could play at with our talent in that room. So just we want to keep it going this week as well.